Peter,
Hi, Joe. How you doing?
I'm fine. You?
Good, good. I gotta mute for a minute here. I'll be back.
Okay. Hi, Greg. Greg. Greg Logan.
What's going on, buddy?
Not much. You?
Not too much. Have a
You're
good
doing
holiday.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you very much, Joe.
Yeah. That's a tough thing. That takes a while to do it. But you've been doing good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Means a lot, Joe. Thanks again.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone had a nice holiday.
How about you, Jonathan?
I did. Low key.
Good.
I think most people had a low key.
Hello, everyone.
All right, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
It's blustery nights like these that we really appreciate getting together via Zoom and not venturing out with tree limbs falling down and power lines across the road.
Yeah, let's just hope we can get through this without losing power.
Yeah, as long as the Wi-Fi doesn't stop, we'll be good. But if I lose my Wi-Fi, we're gonna have some problems.
Yeah, a few years back, I was going to a planning board meeting in Dayton. I'm driving down the highway and then hearing that there's tornado warnings in Dayton.
Makes you think.
Bisher will not be joining this evening. He had another engagement. I believe Owen may dial in. But if he's late, I think we could go without him.
Hello?
Hey, Zach, you're on.
Oh, good. All right, sweet.
We're just waiting on a couple more people. I think waiting on Jonathan Gale, Peter Karen.
I don't know if my dad was going to be on tonight. I mentioned to him last night if he was going, and he said that since we were just really into Strawberry Fields, he felt he didn't think he was going to end up going on.
No worries.
And since Jonathan Gale is a member of the public, we don't necessarily, we do not have to wait for him to come on. So
sure.
If
so we've got all three voting members on right now. So
we do. And how about for the applicant and Margarita? Is everyone here for them?
I'm not sure if you heard. Chris mentioned that Bisher won't be able to make it tonight, but he is here. Greg Driscoll's here. Peter Williams is here. Marguerite is here. Joe Pacheco, as always, is joining us tonight on this wonderful, wonderful New England evening.
Hey, you got that right.
Attorney is here, and I think we're probably good to go.
All right. Well, if that is the case, then we might as well get started. Good evening, everybody. Zachary Karen opening the meeting for the Dayton Zoning Board of Appeals, Strawberry Fields. It is 7:01 on November 30th. The meeting held remotely via Zoom. I have lost power due to the windstorm, so I have no access to any kind of Wi-Fi or anything tonight. So I'm not sure if Michelle is there. If she's able to read the statement on top of the agenda for us.
Yep. Okay. Due to COVID-19, this public hearing will be held remotely with no physical meeting location. Those seeking to provide public input should do so using the methods listed below. Video and audio of the meeting will be aired on local TV Channel 9 at a later date. A live recording of the meeting will be available on the Town of Dayton YouTube channel, which can be accessed using this link, www.bit.ly/Dayton-planning-videos. Those seeking to participate in the virtual Zoom public hearing may join the meeting at this link, www.bit.ly/Dayton-ZBA-11-30-2020. Attendees will be muted during the meeting and will be unmuted during public input for each case. Public input can be submitted in advance or during the hearing via phone at 508-669-6431, extension 119, or email at jgray, G-R-A-Y, @dayton-ma.gov.
Excellent. All right. Thank you.
Property
you
address
guys.
or government name. Sorry.
That's okay. All right. So that being said, in lieu of the Pledge of Allegiance, if you don't mind, just having a brief moment of silence to think of those who are struggling through the COVID pandemic right now. All right. Excellent, guys. Thanks very much. I will first turn it over to Attorney Mitchell, because I know this meeting, the primary reason was before we voted on the case, there's a couple of loose ends on the document that we needed to have them clear up and reword. So I just want to see how those discussions went. So Attorney Mitchell, whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As you may recall, at the end of the last meeting, there were some revisions that needed to be made to the procedural history and list of documents that had come out from your secretary, as well as a few changes to the conditions that you spoke about at the last public hearing. Specifically, go back into my notes. It was, I think, condition 21 and condition 15. So those changes were made by Attorney Augustino and sent over to me. I had a chance to review those changes, and then there were no further edits on my end. So I did send to all of the board members and to your secretary the final revised document, as well as a clean copy of it. We did notice one formatting change where we needed to just tab in something and add a parentheses on something. And we also did notice that one of the references to the 40B regulations had the wrong number. It referenced 56.06 section 10 instead of 56.05 section 10. So I did make that slight adjustment today with your secretary, and he does have that document to share on the screen if the board members want to see it right now. But I know that was also distributed to you, and also if you want to share it for the public to look at, Mr. Gray. But at this time, there was nothing substantively changed. It all reflected the discussion of the zoning board and the edits that Mr. Gray had requested to be made, which we agreed needed to be made. And I'm not aware of any further information that's come into the public record since that time. So I think you're at the point in time where you would need to vote on this.
All right, excellent.
Once you finish deliberating.
Deliberating, right? Okay, because we can't. There's nothing more that can come in from the public, correct? Because we have closed the public hearing portion of this.
Unless you wanted to reopen that, and then you would need to revise the decision to reflect whatever came in. So no, you have made a motion to close public input at this stage.
Okay. All right. So is there any more deliberation that we feel like that needs to have Michelle and Greg? Is there anything else you guys need to discuss or anything for whatever reason?
I'm fine with.
Sorry, Michelle.
Oh, no, it's okay. We both said we're good.
Okay. All right, no problem. All right. So that being said, being a voting member and the chair, I just can't make the initial motion. So do I enter? Marguerite, is there any way for a 40B we have to word anything differently or no, in terms of how we vote?
No, Mr. Chairman. At this stage, you have a draft decision, so it would be a vote to adopt the draft decision or to not adopt the draft decision and deny the requested 40B permit. So it'd be to adopt the draft decision and approve the requested 40B permit as indicated in the draft decision, or to deny the requested 40B permit would be your two primary options. If somebody wanted to do something else, please let me know and I can help craft that language. But I think those are
Okay.
kind of the choices you've been talking about.
Yes. Yes. All right. So then that being said, I would just need a motion.
This is Michelle Lima. I will make a motion to adopt the draft decision and approve on the 40B permit for Strawberry Fields.
And is there a second?
Chairman, this is Greg Logan. I'll second that.
Any discussion?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 All right. There we go. So it has passed. I don't think there's anything else that we really need to do for this. At this point, Marguerite, what is their next step?
So just again, Mr. Gray, I know you're taking minutes. Can we just reflect that was a roll call, or if you needed that clarification, can you do that, please, for the record?
Yeah, I've got Michelle, Greg, and Zach all separately saying aye, so I think we're good there.
Okay. And then, so a typical appeal period will run at this stage. Mr. Gray will be recording a copy of the decision with the town clerk. And there will be a 20-day appeal period that will run for both the developer and any abutters that may choose to appeal it. Whoever has filed a request for a written copy of the decision to be provided to them, Mr. Gray should be mailed a copy of that written decision. And when the 20-day appeal period has run, assuming no appeals are filed, the town clerk will certify that. And that is when we will consider the comprehensive permit to be issued. And then the developer will have from that date forward to meet the timeframes that exist in the permit and undertake whatever additional permitting they may need.
Okay, excellent.
And
All right, is there any?
I'll just note, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Logan, Ms. Lima, all three of you will need to come in to sign the actual document at some point.
Yep.
This week, perhaps.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, whenever it's ready, I can get down there.
Okay.
Jonathan, will that be available tomorrow? I'm working upstairs.
Yeah, it should be.
All right, I'll see you then.
Sounds good.
All right, John. Yeah, I can't come. I have work until I think the soonest I'll be able to get there is probably Thursday, unless it was in the late afternoon. So I know with your hours and with Town Hall's hours, I think Thursday would be the soonest I'll be able to get down there.
Sure, I'll coordinate with you and Michelle separately on when works best.
Are Thursdays longer hours there? Are you there longer hours on Thursdays?
No, typically the same hours as usual. It's fine. I can adjust my schedule as necessary, so anytime is fine.
Okay.
We don't have anything else on the agenda tonight.
That's it. All right. So that being said, there's nothing else. I can.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, this is Christopher Agostino, counsel for the applicant. I just wanted to thank everyone, and on behalf of Bisher and the entire development team, thank everyone for all their hard work in pulling together a very detailed, well thought out approval with conditions on this development. And in case it's not clear, the applicant does believe that the conditions that the board imposed are consistent with local needs, and we as a development team wouldn't feel the need to appeal the decision as adopted by the board. You know, and
Okay.
we've all worked hard to get to that point. And, you know, everyone's been very patient, especially with everything that's gone on this year. And to accomplish this under very difficult circumstances is testament to all the hard work that everybody put into it. So I just wanted to express that on behalf of the applicant and the entire development team. You know, thank you, everyone. And you're all volunteers, obviously. And I think the town of Dayton, you know, appreciates the hard work and careful thought that you put into this, understanding, you know, the specifics of how Chapter 40B works and the system within which you have to operate as a board under the law. So, you know, it's oftentimes a thankless job, and you know, I know it's never easy, and there are those that you know, disagree with Chapter 40B as a concept, but I think you know, this board put in a lot of hard work to get to this point, and we thank you for that.
Thank you very much. That was very, very nice of you to say. And yes, we appreciate everybody, whether it's a town board, the applicant as well. You know, obviously we know the work that we all put into this, but it couldn't have been done without every single person involved. So thank you guys.
I'd like to thank Peter Williams as well. I know he's retiring after this, so I want to thank you for spending all the time with us. It's been a pleasure working with you, Peter.
Thank you,
very
Peter.
much.
Congratulations, Peter. I didn't know this was your last hurrah.
Well, I still have a few things dragging on, so, but yeah.
Well,
this
we'll
probably
see you
my
out
last
there
new
when-
project in Dayton.
when we break ground on this one, and you know, look forward to seeing it come out of the ground hopefully soon.
Mr. Chairman, we have just one further agenda item, which is just general public input. So if there's anyone who would like to provide just general public input, not necessarily related to Strawberry Fields,
Sure.
now
Yep.
would be the time. I don't see anyone indicating they would like to. So I think we're
All
ready
right.
for adjournment.
All right. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Mr. Chairman, this is Michelle Lima. I make a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, Gregory Logan, I'll second that.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, everybody. Good night, guys. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
guys.
everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Good night and have wonderful holidays.
You too.
Thank you. Yeah, you too,
Thank
guys.
you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.